Here's how covered calls can create a retirement income for you without you ever having to touch your 401k. Yo, what is going on, premium chasers? I hope you're having a God blessed day. Today, every single person down below is going to get a special ebook, My Retirement Income Plan. This is going to show you my 5 sources of income that I plan to use during my retirement years without actually going to a traditional job or buying real estate or really, impacting my lifestyle that I plan to have during that time of my life. So if you want that book, drop a comment down below. I'll send it to you for free, and hit that like button, that subscribe button. Guys, today we're going to be talking about covered calls, specifically retirement income, right? A lot of people in our community really plan, and some are already doing it, where they are making an income from covered calls and the wheel strategy, right? That is how they're making money and, writing themselves essentially paychecks with that. That's my plan as well. When I'm older and truly retired, I always plan to work, but I'm planning to do this strategy. I'm doing it right now, but I plan to really do it much more full-time during my retirement years, so I'm actually making money, not extracting my principal from the market and hoping that it lasts me. So let me show you guys what this actually looks like. So if you click this video, you probably own 100 shares of some sort of company, all right? It could be anything. It could be VU, it could be SPY, it could be QQQ, it could be NVIDIA. Now, we're going to dive into a couple of those in a moment. I just want to quickly show you guys an example leveraging Robinhood here. It's a very easy to use platform. I personally like to use Fidelity because of just some other Ark Options Strategy stuff that you'll see here in a moment. But with that said, let's kind of go over the show. So first thing you want to do is obviously just open up your brokerage account and educate yourself. Also, you want to get yourself the covered call premium calculator. This is going to map out the full trade for you. What's nice about running covered calls is everything's defined. We know exactly what's going to happen. We know exactly everything when we open up this trade. There's no variable that can happen, as you're going to see, that's going to totally ruin your life, like options buyers, right? So grab this calculator for yourselves. It's free in our Facebook group, along with our cash secured put calculator and a bunch of other stuff. Link will be down below in the description. Join our free Facebook group, introduce yourself, network with other people, right? It's super helpful seeing what other people are doing. I mean, it's insane how my game has gotten so much better starting this channel. So thank you for everybody. Let's just say we own 100 shares of NVIDIA here, right? And I'm going to go to the options section, all right? And I'm going to click sell a call, okay? All I'm saying here is I'm willing to sell my 100 shares. So prerequisite, you need to have 100 shares in your account wherever you're doing, or whatever brokerage you're planning to do this on, right? So all I'm saying is I'm selling a call. I'm willing to sell my 100 shares. Now we say, well, what date? What date would you be willing to sell those 100 shares, right? And we'll just say, you know what? We'll say, in 33 days from now, I'm willing to sell my 100 shares in 33 days from now. Okay, cool. On October 10th at close, I'm willing to sell my 100 shares. Now I get to name my price. What am I willing to sell my 100 shares? So let's just, for the sake of simplicity of this video, let's just assume you went out there and just bought 100 shares of NVIDIA at $166 current market value, all right? And you're like, you know what? If it's trading at 175 at the close on October 10th, I'm totally cool locking in gains. It's a big move. I'm totally cool selling those, okay? Now, we'll get into the nitty-gritty details about hey, what is the ideal strike selection? But at the end of the day, guys, the number one question with selling options that no indicator or Greek is going to tell you is, where are you comfortable selling the stock? Because these are your financial decisions that you need to make. So let's just map out this trade so it all looks real good. All right. And actually for this, we'd actually collect $390 of premium. This premium is cash. This premium is coming from the options buyer and is given to you up front immediately when you open up this trade. So let's just map this all out on paper, because I don't know about you, I like to see everything on paper before I execute the trade. All right, so I'm going to go to my covered call calculator. I'm going to type in my premium. I'm collecting $390, just a few cents off. We'll just round it up because of the fees, right? So we'll put $390 as our premium. That is how much cash we're being given up front as income, okay? That you're getting that is yours immediately in your brokerage account, okay? We bought our shares and we're selling our shares maybe for 175. More on that in just a moment. So our strike of option is 175, right? So we're saying 175, we're willing to sell ours. That's the strike of the options we're looking at. Our purchase strike price. What is our cost basis? We just said we bought 100 shares at 166 for the sake of simplicity of this video, right? But yours might be at like 130, 140. Maybe you got in on that dip under 100, right? Whatever it is for you, I think it's self-explanatory. So 166. Okay, perfect. Now this column will automatically populate for yourself and tell you what your premium return is. All premium return is, this is my North Star. This is ROI on collateral, right? So how am I getting this 2.35%? This premium 390 divided by 16,600. Every single options contract, as you see right here, one contract is equal to 100 shares. That's the way it is. That's the rules. Okay, that's just the way it is. You can open multiple contracts. Let's say you have 500 shares of Nvidia, right? And you want to sell all 500, maybe. Or you could put 500 there, but that is equal to 500 shares. So you want to make sure you have 500 shares in your account. Now, obviously, you're going to collect a lot more premium. Not financial advice. Results vary. This premium number that you're seeing here on your screen is constantly changing when the market is open, and it will look different for you. But with that said, all I'm doing is dividing this premium for a single contract by my 100 shares. So 100 times $166 per share is 16,600. We got it? Cool. That's 2.35% return. Some of you will roll your eyes and be like, Pete, really? You're collecting 390 on 16,600 or my asset? Yeah. I'm essentially manufacturing a dividend for myself, right, in a 30-day period, and getting 2.35%. And if I end up having to sell my shares for 175, I lock in my gains. I love locking in gains. When I'm selling options, my goal is to treat it like a business, right? If I'm making money, I'm fine. This is the defined trade. This is your max potential profit on this trade, right? Your profit on the shares is $900, right? That's if you end up selling your shares that you bought at 166 for $175, you'd profit $900 on those 100 shares for a total of $1,290, right? That's your profit plus your premium, or your appreciation profit, plus your premium for 7.77%. Let's hold our horses. Let's talk about the risk, because can this even happen? Number one, first thing you have to understand, let's say the 10th rolled around and Nvidia's trading below 175. It's trading sideways. It's trading at 174, right? Your shares will not be sold. Okay, meaning they will no longer be collateralized by your brokerage, meaning kind of being held to potentially sell, right? They'll be returned back to you. And guess what? You run the play for the following month or whatever your strategy is for yourself. Collect more premium. I like to look at it like I'm taking this asset that I have, like a rental property, but instead of a rental property, I have 100 shares of a company. And now I'm putting them to work every month. I could even do it weekly. More on that later, right? Every month I'm putting those shares to work. I'm putting those shares to work, right? And I'm collecting rent. I'm collecting a little bit of rent on those shares. I'm maybe selling them as well. Everybody's got a price, right? If there's now, let me talk to the risk and then kind of go full circle. The second, because you're probably thinking, Pete, this is awesome. I love this. I'm ready to get into this. You have to understand the biggest risk of what I'm telling you right now. And this is where you have to be comfortable with. I'm comfortable with it. Maybe you're not comfortable with it. Go speak to a financial advisor if you really want to, right? The biggest risk is, let's say on the 10th at close, Nvidia's trading above 175. Let's say it's trading at 180, 185, 190, 200, 205, 210, 300. You are selling your shares for what you said you were going to sell them for, of $175. Remember what I said, this is your max profit appreciation on those shares. So you have to be comfortable with that. Okay, you're kind of capping your upside, so to speak. Okay, you're capping your upside. Is that good? Is that bad? For me, I lost a lot in this game, right? I lost a lot, over the years not taking profits. So for me, I have my buy and hold portfolio, 401k, all that kind of stuff. I don't sell options on it, but my selling options portfolio, there's only one purpose of it, folks. And I'm going to sleep just fine at night. Is that, hey, did I make a profit? Did I make a profit? If I made a profit, guys, I'm not going to beat myself up over, some fictitious gains. Because guess what? All those people that are telling you that you see on the internet, they're like, oh, Nvidia's up, blah, blah. They're not actual, they're paper gains, right? You only make money when you actually sell your shares. That's the way I look at it. Obviously, I'm just a dude on the internet, not a financial advisor. Assume I have no idea what I'm talking about. You should definitely assume I have no idea what I'm talking about, right? So go do your own research on this. But with that said, for me, if I turned a profit on a trade, right, I'm going to sleep fine. Yes, sure, it could have gone to infinity and I could have made millions and trillions of dollars, whatever. But that is usually unlikely, right? That's usually a stock usually doesn't move that much. Yeah, maybe I miss out on a few $1,000s of extra profit, but did I lose money? I always kind of go back to our Papa Warren, right? What's the number one rule? Don't lose money. What's the rule number two? Don't forget rule number one, right? So, and you guys can see that on our live portfolio. So I have a live portfolio here on the channel where I only deposit a small account, $5,000, right? And I've been doing these covered calls on. You can see on Snapchat, I have my covered call here going, right? I got assigned at $7.50, my shares, and now I'm selling them for $8, right? And I have the whole entire trade log here. So if you want this full trade log, guys, and this is so important to do right out of the gate to stay yourself organized, click the first link in the description of today's video. But a couple requirements before you click that. Number one, you're not a toxic person, right? This community that we're building, this mastermind, this mentorship that we're building here, right? This is for realistic people. These are financially stable individuals. These are people that understand that, guess what? This takes money, guys. Like, listen, let's be real. The people that don't have money, the people that are desperate, that are trying to get 100 extra turns in a month, they're buying options. They're gamblers. We're setting ourselves up here more like the house, if you want to compare it to that. And all these desperate individuals are coming in there hoping, sometimes they hit it big, right? The big lottery happened yesterday. Sometimes they hit it big. But guess who don't give a crap that guy won $1 billion? Those two people won a couple billion, right? The lottery, right? Because for 3 months, they've been raking in desperate people's money. Okay, that's the way I like to look at this. Yes, it's slower. Yes, I agree with that. But guess what? Slow and steady, in my opinion, wins the race. The stupid things happen when you try to make things happen to you. For me, I'm not making anything happen. I'm hoping, maybe I sell Nvidia in 30 days. I'm just waiting. I'm being patient. You're paid to be patient as an option seller. We don't trade a lot here. You could see here on our trade log, I'm not trading that much. We started this at the end of June here, right? How many trades did I do? 11 trades so far? This isn't taking away from your life, right? This is complementing your life. And that's why a lot of people don't even like to sell options, because it doesn't scratch that degenerate itch that so many people have when you're taking advantage of compounding and snowballing here. Where am I going with this, guys? The point is, I wish I started this earlier. I'm going to be honest with you. This is something I'm going to teach my kids immediately. This is one of my biggest regrets, that somebody didn't teach me this sooner. And that's why I started this channel, because I hope that I could be, if you've never heard of this before, this is that gateway for you to go explore it and learn it for yourself and get excited about it and teach it for other people, because you're going to see it's unlike any other investing strategy that you have ever learned before. So with that said, right, if you want this full tracker, you want to learn more about our mastermind and mentorship program, join an incredible group of option sellers doing this day in and day out, click the first link in the description of today's video just for learning more about what we offer here at OSS. I will give you this full tracker that's constantly being updated live. So click the first link in the description of today's video, guys. Remember, sell options, collect premiums, repeat. I'll see y'all tomorrow.